Hi, this is Joe with My Real Estate Recovery. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the more popular subjects as it relates to real estate investing and whether or not it is appropriate for every real estate investor, and that is to go out and flip or retail a real estate property. Now, I know everybody out there watches infomercials and watches these crazy HGTV reality TV shows that talk about going out and flipping houses and making money flipping houses. And can you do that? Of course you can. Absolutely you can. But let's keep in mind that not every strategy is appropriate for every investor. So let's kind of talk about that for just a minute. Let's talk about flipping a property, or at My Real Estate Recovery, like we like to call it, is recovering the profit in a property. Here's the deal with going out and flipping a property. Now, part of what goes into this whole process is a tolerance, the stamina really, as it relates to the overall goal. Let's keep in mind, for the average person to go out and locate a property, put together the financing that's required to actually do the project, buy the property, go ahead and complete the rehab with the assistance of a qualified general contractor, get the property back on the market, and ultimately finally generate their profits on that transaction. That whole process could take anywhere from 6 months to as long as maybe 12 months. So the very first thing you have to ask yourself as it relates to whether or not you want to go out and flip a property is, do you have the stamina? Do you have the ability and the strength to be able to wait 6 months, 9 months, 12 months before you make a single penny in profit on that transaction? And I'm going to tell you, with all the experience that I've had in working with different real estate investors, I've been involved in hundreds of real estate transactions myself. I've coached hundreds of real estate investors. I'm going to tell you, it's very, very difficult, irregardless of the person's background, whether or not they can or cannot kind of withstand that type of a process. It's just not as simple as what you see on TV. Now, I'm not saying that you can't go out and make money flipping properties. You absolutely can. That's part of the strategy that I employ. That's part of the strategy that my students use. But the fact is, it's very, very challenging, and you need to be prepared for what you're going to encounter. And I like to use the analogy, a nice young couple decides that they want to get out and start investing in real estate, and they watch one of these TV shows, and they go out and they want to flip a house, and they get started in that process, and 6 months turns into 9 months, turns into 12 months, and at that point, the only thing that nice young couple can think of is, what do we have to do to get this thing finally put to bed? What do we have to do to finally wrap this up, make a little money, and move on? And by the time that happens, for the average person, they just don't have the motivation to continue. So I'm not saying that you can't go out and make money flipping properties. Absolutely you can. I'm saying you need to prepare yourself realistically for what that process is going to be like. And you need to be set up financially to be able to endure that process. And I've worked with a lot of people, and I've seen people go down that road with the right intentions, and at the end of it just decide that it just wasn't worth it. There are two things that investors usually say at the completion of a project like that. And the first thing is, boy, it took a lot longer than we thought it was going to take to finish this process. And the second thing is, and we didn't make as much money as we thought we were going to make. And all that I recommend to you as real estate investors or potential real estate investors is take a hard look at the strategies that are available to you. And if you are just starting out, if you are a brand new investor and you want to get started investing in real estate, don't start with a process or a strategy that takes that long for you to make money. Imagine if you went to your job day in and day out for 6, 9, 12 months, and they didn't pay you to do that job. And just think about that for a second. They didn't pay you to do that job. That's a lot what it's like going out and flipping a property. Now, at the end of it, when you do it the right way, yes, you will make money. Just understand that it can be a long, difficult road. And all that I coach people to do is just take a look at all the options. Maybe start off with some shorter term strategies. Make money today, even if it's smaller amounts of money, and build yourself a strong foundation for the future. This is Joe Beck with My Real Estate Recovery. I hope this video has been helpful, informative. If you have any questions or if we can assist you in any way, check us out at www.myrerecovery.com. Thank you.